Guys, welcome back to Bobo&Chizzy. If you're new here, my name is Chizzy and this is Bobo, and we are Bobo&Chizzy. We are a Nigerian couple based in Abuja, Nigeria.
No. I'm not a Nigerian couple, you know. Lily.
Welcome back to another video, guys. From the title, you have seen that we're talking about how people think, how people perceive things, their perspective, how they reason, and from that you can tell that it's going to be an interesting topic.
Yeah, interesting topic.
If you like to know more and if you want to contribute, because it's really a conversation, it's something that we all are guilty of, do keep watching. Because we ourselves, we are culprits of this particular thing we're about to share. So this video is just going to be very straight to the point, and it's about something that we experience every day. For instance, we are in this season that we are in now is a season of isolation, quarantining because of the coronavirus pandemic, and so many of us are at home working from home. Some people are outrightly just staying at home, no school and all of that, and we're going to be consuming so much on social media and other platforms in this season, and there's a tendency for you to give your opinion, just like this video now. You can give your opinion or can create an opinion about what you've seen, but that's not the bad thing. The bad thing is what we're about to talk about now is when you see something and the only response you have to something that seems like that is a good thing, is a negative response. You have a negative response. You see a young couple and next thing you're like, I beg you, I remember when we were about to get married and someone told us that the person was almost running on her life. Like, she was arguing, oh, these people, they're even so young, what do they even know about marriage? And that's the same way, to be honest. Imagine you see somebody on social media and immediately you see a couple or you see a person that's probably traveled out of the country and she's living her best life, and the first thing that comes to your mind is, I beg, I'm sure it's not sugar daddy that sponsored her. I'm sure all her money is not gotten from that business. Hey God. It's definitely somebody else that's sponsoring her.
No, like you're trivializing people's blessing.
Exactly. So you just make you don't want to trivialize it. You give excuses, you give negative reasons why that thing cannot be good. All round good.
Oh,
authentic, exactly. For instance, you see a lady laughing and she's smiling, or she's tweeting about something that she experienced, and you're like, please, what's even exciting yourself? After 2 weeks you'll soon break up, so what's the issue? All men are scum, men are cheats and all of that. Or women, every woman. I remember someone saying that, you know, all young girls that marry early, they obviously marry a young guy because of love. Then they have one guy, an older guy that is servicing them financially and all of that. So you find that for everything that seems like a good happening in someone's life, you have a negative explanation to it. You see someone's child smiling, or that she's playing with her child, and you're like, I bet this child,
she's not even the mother. She's not the mother.
She's probably not even the mother, or she's never really around. She's just doing this for the gram, you know. And so we find ourselves doing this kind of things, and it may seem like it's just. I'm surfing through Instagram, and my friend just said, "That's this girl. I'm sure the man is beating her. Forget all these people that used to over." I remember someone that said there's a tweet one time that talked about how if your boyfriend or your husband is always posting about you, that means he's trying to cover up something like that. And I'm like, these are the kind of comments that inspired us to make this video. The thing is, if you don't watch it, I would not say that I have not had those thoughts come through my mind in the past, but God has corrected me on these things. And I feel like the fact that people open their lives to you through posts, even before social media, people already had developed opinions about people's life that they see on the road. But if what comes to your mind first about something that seems like a good happening is negative, then there's something wrong. You have to change the way you think. Bible says, be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind. And this doesn't have anything to do with jealousy right now. We're not talking about you being jealous. You're probably not even jealous of them. You just have a thought in your head that good things don't just come like that. There must be something, there must be an iota of negativity.
He's doing wrongs. If it's somebody that is making,
he's probably doing Yahoo.
The guy's a Yahoo boy.
Yahoo boy, I'm telling you, why did you get the money? I beg all these people. And you have no legitimate backing. You know, you have no backing to that claim. And so the thing is, if you continue like that, you find that the problem is not with the people you are analyzing. The problem is with you, exactly. It's your mindset. And you think it's just, oh, I have an opinion, but you don't know it affected you in every aspect of your life. Let's give an example of the famous, oh, men has come and all men cheat. And so you see a woman say, I beg all these people, they'll be taking pictures, I'm sure she's not her. Guess what? You've conditioned your mind to think that there is no marriage. That means the marriage that God has designed, where a man will leave his father and mother and cleave to the wife. You know, a godly marriage where there is godliness, there is faithfulness, there is love, and every other good thing thrives. You have conditioned your mind to think it is not possible. And you know what that means? To you, it probably may not be possible because that is what your mind is conditioned to think. And so you're in a relationship and all you're wondering why people put posts and are like, oh, if you're cheating on me, I'm like, what was that post that we saw again? Yeah, so they post about someone says, when my girlfriend told me they saw my boyfriend with another girl, and it's like, it is what it is. It was so funny, but I'm like, why would that be my reaction? It is what it is. Like, why? It cannot be what it is. And many of us are saying, we're tweeting and we are posting and we're like, man, making it funny, and they're saying, this girl is really reading my mind. But you know that if you have a partner that is unfaithful to you, you would not in any way tolerate it. It will break your heart. So why are you agreeing to things that you don't mean, you don't endorse? You're conditioning your mind. You're conditioning your mind for something substandard to what God's purpose and plan for your life is.
Yeah, even taking this thing deeper, you can even talk about it in jealousy, in the sense that you trivialize other people's blessing, in the sense that you see your neighbor or your friend or your colleague, maybe something fortunate happened to them. Yeah. Maybe something very, very fortunate happened to your colleague. Maybe he or she got an appointment or got one contract or just got lucky. The next thing you've noticed, your normal reaction is something very, why not me? That's a very devilish thing. Like, I just want to chip it in here now. Like, take care of that thing. It will always take you away from that blessing. Always learn to celebrate your partners, your colleagues, your spouses, your brothers, your sisters. Any good fortunate thing happens to them is going to affect you positively, exactly, whether you like it or not. So if you notice it, someone that you don't even know, fortunate things happen to that person and you don't even care. Oh yeah, anything. But when it happens to someone close to you, the first thing is, why not me? Maybe a girl comes to meet our friends now that are married, and she says, I got engaged, and you say, some of them can't even sigh. Why? Because they are, the first thing you're thinking about is, why not me? So you see, that's just, when the Bible says that the heart of man is desperately wicked, that's you exhibiting that nature. So what you do is that, I'm not in life that, I'm not trying to judge the truth, because me, I was there before. Like, my wife can especially, she'll tell me something about someone and I'm like, I beg, not because she knows her father is rich, not because his father, not because she knows this person, that's why he worked with this person, that's why he got. Of course, how is he going to get it in the first place?
That's a man.
Like, if he wants to bless you, how is he, even though it's through your father, or your mother, or your uncle, or your auntie, or somebody you doesn't make, but God is going to bless you through somebody. So don't try and trivialize anybody's blessing.
Exactly.
So when God really opened my eyes to see these graves I was committing, I started appreciating everybody. So you see me, I'll come out to my wife. It's just what happened to my friend. He's going to this place, they got this place. Guess what? I start attracting similar blessings. Because what you emphasize, you experience. If you emphasize that, oh, this life is just very tough, I beg, it's people that know people that get things done, that means you do not want to experience that level of favor, where you don't have to know anybody, but things just happen for you. So because you don't understand how things happen, because your mind is conditioned to people have to know people to get to get a particular kind of financial exposure, that means that because you don't know anybody, you can't even experience it, because you believe that you have to know somebody. So what you emphasize is what you experience. You cannot keep emphasizing negativity and expect positivity. You cannot emphasize, oh, I want people, if I cannot figure out how they got this thing, then it's probably
fake, it's probably not real. If I cannot really judge their love, then it's probably not real. And then you probably will not find that kind of genuine affection.
I think you have to.
Exactly.
Like you said.
So easy.
Yeah, so easy. So what you just think in your mind, that's what you just attract to yourself.
Exactly.
Bible says the devil has come to steal,
to kill, and to destroy.
That word steal is the most important thing. That thing that you're exhibiting, that negative thought that you're accepting that all men are cheats and everything, he's stealing from you.
So when you ask people why are they not getting married, because women just like money. I beg, no woman wants to love you. Once there's money, she loves you. There's no money, she doesn't love you. And you find that those kind of people never get genuine partners, because they are focused on getting money or trying to put up a front so that they can attract women. Because what you emphasize is what you attract. Exactly. So
love attraction.
So it's just there. So you have to guard your heart from thinking anything that is outside from what the word of God has said concerning you.
One of my wealthy friends, he told me something. He said, do you know how I get money? I said, how? When I was in his house, he went and said that I was laughing. He said, well, I can just sit down and start thinking start conditioning my thoughts about wealth, about acquisition of wealth. And says in that week you get something. Because the mind will always attract what it's thinking about. That he said it has worked for him. So that happened to you. He said yes. And trust me, I learned from that. And the same thing I said, condition my like normally, do you know that based on my past experiences, based on what you're saying, my subconscious mind does not really think that something big or more or very fortunate can happen to me. So when I'm in an opportunity, I'm in a place where something very, very big is about to happen to me, I'm like, okay, maybe something's about to go wrong. Does it happen to you? Something will go wrong, and this will not go, or something will go wrong, and that's just how your mind is. But whenever I control my mind, whenever I'm in that kind of opportunity, I'm like, no, what's going to go wrong? This is going to come out well. And next thing, hallelujah, I just see things just turn out well. So that's just what one just used to do.
Exactly. And the truth is, we're not blaming you for ever. Sometimes, like we said, it may not be out of jealousy. It may just be that the society has conditioned us to think negative about things that should be, that are positive.
Negative outcome. You always want to get a negative outcome.
Yes, you always want to have a negative explanation for something that is good. And for instance, it can also be that you have experienced it before. Maybe you are you just left a marriage that you are being domestically abused. You're being physically abused. And so you've conditioned your mind to believe that all men would physically abuse their wives, or you've come from a relationship where the girl cheated on you, or the girl lied against you, or she manipulated you. Because of your experience, you're tempted to judge every other person's experience or reality by what you've experienced.
You're from a single mom. Maybe you're in a family where it was your mom that was both the father and the mom and everything. Yeah. Most people that come out from those kind of homes, they have one. Except those that have really said, I'm going to really change. This is not it. Or you come from maybe you come from a broken home, or your mother and father are always fighting. So your mind.
So your mind that marriage, you see, let me tell you, when it comes to marriage, nobody come out and they're having a good marriage. Marriage is just bad. So your experiences are valid. Nobody's taking that away from you. But I want to beg you, do not allow that become don't allow your past experiences become your present reality. Let your current situation, what you're hoping, your visions of the future, what you're hoping to receive, let it be positive based on what God has promised you.
Hallelujah.
Because God is light, and in Him there is no variable, there's no shadow of turning. Like there is no darkness in God. So it's possible to have a happy home, a genuinely happy home, void of everything negative, void of immorality, void of strife, because God said so. That should be your mindset. So when you see somebody that looks like they're happy, you're like, oh, I'm really thankful. Now, because your mindset has been renewed, your mind has been renewed, you're not looking for ways to reproduce that in your life. So instead of saying, I beg, this is not real, you're not asking, how did you achieve it? Because you're asking how this person achieved it, you can now, you are learning, and you can now implement that to achieve the same result. There is a book I read, and the person put a quote, I can't remember who said it now, and it was saying success leaves footprints. So he was trying to say that whatever outcome you've seen someone make, that means that if you study the person's life, you can see footprints that can lead you to the same outcome. So you can only do that when you are thinking positively. Please in this season, expand your mind. Because we've expressed our experiences with you and we have shared this video with you, doesn't mean that those thoughts won't come. Because I mean, for the past 10 years you've been thinking like that. But I want to challenge you. The next time that those thoughts come to your mind, you'll be like, oh, I'm sure they're happily married, and if there's anything that maybe he's probably beating her, I pray that God will see them through the marriage and they'll come out of it. Be positive, pray for others. You know, don't justify things that are not happening in your life by assuming they are negative. So because you want to justify why you don't have money, you assume that the person got their money through whatever means, cyber fraud or anything. So please, we're encouraging you. It's really, this topic is really dear to our hearts, and we don't know if we've adequately expressed,
I think we have,
the extent. But if we have, can you leave us a comment in the comment section below? And if you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, and we'll surely try to film more.
Like, share, subscribe.
Bye bye. So we have.
Why you putting on?
Okay. Let's see what we think from our personal. Where you got from? Good.